Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop and Project Broadsword. And not much achieved this week in terms of building, but a lot achieved this week in terms of painting. The exterior of the ship has now got all its main colour blocks in place and has got some of its detail work and greebling in place. Some of it, I say, because there is quite a bit still to do, unless you'd prefer this simpler, more block focused work. And we're looking at the underside right now because that's where a lot of the work went in. And if I just drop down, you can see why she was codenamed Broadsword. I mean, she is a wide girl. Good God. Look at that. You're going to struggle to build a landing pad to fit that on. Well, maybe you're not, but you know what I mean. So, look, as we're looking at it now, you can see on the left hand or port side of the ship, we have got red navigation glows. And on the right or starboard side of the ship, we have got green navigation glows, which is correct according to current contemporary real world maritime navigation and aircraft navigation. Something that I do like to have accurately depicted on ships. Now up the center line we've got white navigation glows. Really, white lights should only be shown to the stern, but you know, it's space, it's science fiction. We can have a little bit of liberty taken. So you can see the colour block work is progressing, and the base colours are finished on the outside of the hull. We've still got those two centre thruster slots either side of the centre channel below the extra large engines. Need to decide what to do with them. We've got those front and rear. They may end up just getting blocked in, because I've got a feeling we're not going to need that extra thrust. So as I swing around on this side of the ship, you can see some of the greebling work that I've done in that the sort of container girder ends with the lights on them, just to add a bit of interest to the ship. You can see the landing zones are all marked out. Those are not solar panel grids. Those are the metal reinforcing plates. And the center line of the ship. Now there is, while we are here, there is something that I do just need to do, which I noticed when positioning these smaller ships on the deck. I need to get something in here. So I need my paint gun out, number 9. We're on that alignment there. I'm going to need my cursor back. Sorry guys, I know you like to see it without. Right now that's the center blocking there, so I need to go to symbols, and I think we'll use that one. Just need to mark that on there. Just get the center line here. There we go. Like that. That's just a little visual clue, and I'll show you for why. If I jump in the cockpit of this thing, for example, I need to go down a bit and forward a bit. Right, you can now see that marker there, which helps when you're lining up on the parking area to have that marker there, so you can see when you're center aligned on it. I mean, yeah, you can go external and do this, which I guess a lot of people would probably do anyway, but it's nice to just be able to pull up and see a marker to line up on. Okay, so why have I got these 3 ships on the deck? Well, whoop, apart from anything else, because I mean literally that's it, that's all I've got showing you on the ship is the fact that we painted the outside. I mean, it took hours to do it. Don't underestimate how much work went into doing it. It literally took hours to get that base color coating on, and then get those parking areas marked up, and get this greebling work and the navigation light work done. You know, it does take forever. Don't underappreciate or underestimate how long it takes. Okay, so we've got 3 ships here that you may or may not have seen. This here is Gun Bunny. Gun Bunny is a build that I've done for vanilla. It's a modification of a Jeff Randall ship. The Jeff Randall ship in question was the mercenary or Merc MX2. Somebody took it and modified it and made it warp capable and called it the MX2W. It was not Jeff that released the MX2W. Somebody else did that modification and released it. Now, I've taken the MX2W and I've done a lot of work on the inside and outside, modifying her up. If we just take a look on the inside now, I need to change that ramp. I've done it in my playthroughs. If you're watching my guided playthrough on Wednesdays, you'll remember that I put the 3x3x5 ramp on the back. I forgot to update it in the template, but that ramp now comes down to the deck, because one of the things that I did was I put the taller undercarriage on her, and that was to enable turrets to go on the underneath. And you can see I've changed some of the engines and some of the geometry of the ship in there. On the inside, just to meet CPU compliance, I took the second constructor out. I've left the shield, which for some reason that S is reversed, and no matter what I do, I cannot get it to go the right way round. And I've got spaces for 2 tier 3 CPU extenders in here. Like I said, this is for vanilla. So put in the two tier 3 shield extenders, add the shield, add that constructor, and that's the inside good to go. We just take a quick look at CPU stats. You can see she's just slightly over CPU as spawned at tier 2. She really could do with getting those tier 3s in straight away, because if I come up above, you can see we've got 4 positions marked for the standard 3x3x1 turrets. Not retractable, unfortunately. They have to be surface mounts. You can put, for example, 3 Gatling gun turrets across the front, and then say a missile turret on the back. And if we come down underneath, you can see there's a turret mount point there towards the rear. I recommend a Gatling gun there for protecting against predators approaching the cabin. And there's one on each wing here as well. So you can see that. She is called the Gun Bunny. She can mount, arguably, she can mount 6 15mm Gatling turrets and 6 fixed Gatling guns in the wings. She will get through a ton of 15mm ammunition in that configuration. She's got slots for 4 more fixed weapons, whether you use laser or pulse or whatever you use, or you could even put a couple of mining lasers in 2 of the slots if you wanted, and use her for digging out asteroids to make her own fuel and stuff. That's the Gun Bunny. Watch her on Wednesdays in my guided playthrough video series on YouTube, and you'll also see her in my live streams. I have done a Reforged Eden version of it, but I forgot to save the template. I mean, I saved the repair template, but I didn't save the spawn template to bring her in, which has got seriously upgraded engines on her. I had to take all of these medium and large thrusters that she's carrying and turn them all into the tier 2 thrusters. So her geometry changes quite a bit externally because of the upgrading of all the thrusters. But it means that in Reforged Eden she retains the maneuverability and speed and agility that she's got in vanilla. And I will eventually add both this gun bunny and the Reforged Eden version to my workshop. Let me know if you want to get hold of this, and the more people that say they want it, the earlier I'll put it up on the workshop. Now, speaking of Reforged Eden, I've made another couple of ships. This is a little starter ship, although it is level 10 unlock. And the reason it's level 10 unlock is those 3 large thrusters on the rear. They are what unlock it at level 10, otherwise it would be a level 5 or 7. I've forgotten where the drills fall into things. Let's just have a quick look. Oh, in fact, it'll be different in Reforged than it is here in Vanilla. It might even be the drills that make it level 10, and those engines might be level 7 in Reforged. I can't remember, but whichever. She's showing here... she shows in Reforged as a level 10 tier 1 SV. Cheap as chips to make. Really, really cheap little ship to build. 72 iron ingots, 190 copper, 146 silicon, 186 carbon substrate, and 5 titanium rods. Really cheap to build. 20 minutes. And obviously, if you've got any pre-made components and throw them in, then that time will reduce. Very, very quick. She goes to max speed. She's got a pretty good acceleration. Very agile with these 55 degrees per second for yaw, 61 for pitch, and 83 for roll. The only offensive weapon that she carries is the minigun turret on the roof. And that's so that you can continue drilling if drones come snooping. In terms of her carry capacity, let's have a look. She's got an ammo container array, which gives 771 SU, which is a lot better than a 125 ammo box in RE. So basically you're getting about 5 times more ammunition than you would with an ammo box. She's got 2 regular cargo boxes at 250 SU, and she has got a harvest controller offering again 771 SU. So, you know, I mean, she's not the biggest capacity miner, but she's a good little starting vessel to get up, pull some stuff off asteroids, bring it back to your base, and start building bigger things. CPU stats here in Vanilla, she's a tier 1 for sure. And she's a tier 1 in Reforged Eden. So that's the scooter, the Reforged Eden scooter. Quick and simple little starter ship. Does everything that you need, lets you fly around, lets you carry some cargo, has a turret to defend you against drones, and lets you drill out asteroids or indeed surface deposits. This is the pack rat, and if I can get the correct angle, you will see she has in fact got a pack rat's face. Let's just take the hood off a moment. Yeah, even got her little pointy ears above the cockpit, look. This is the pack rat. Lovely little ship. Now, this ship is a ship absolutely full of surprises. She is a very, very smooth flyer, despite being so chunky. And she was built from the ground up to be an SV, either late early game or early mid game heavy SV hauler. Now, I said she's full of surprises. I mean, she's got some big old engines on there. She has got 14 turret positions marked, but no turrets on her. So there's 6 on the underside, there's 3 on each side, and 2 on the top. That gives 14 turret positions. There are no fixed guns which includes no drill positions, but you could, you see how that's 2 blocks deep in front of the cockpit. You could take one or both of these nose blocks out and put laser drills in there, for example, or you could even put some offensive firepower, maybe some homing missiles or something. You will need to put an additional core in her. She's a Reforged Eden ship. I've not even looked at her in vanilla. But if we come in on the inside, you can see I've signal logicked the ramp. Nice long ramp, goes all the way to the ground, lets you come up in. We've got a double door in that we've got the roller shutter and then we've got the manual door. No air shield, no force field, unless it comes on when I power the ship. Let's just power the ship. I'm going to back off so that the door's open. Oh, they are. There we are. It is, in fact, a twin force field when the ship's power is on. Remember that there's no force field when it's off. You come in on the inside, and you've got quite a compact... In fact, it has removed... Damn it. Vanilla has removed the blocks that are Reforged only. 2 large containers there. 8K containers each. There is... 1 shield up in there. I believe that's the standard shield on that side. No, that's the standard shield. So we've got a larger shield of that size for an SV on that size. I'll have to re-show you this in Reforged Eden for you to see everything. There's a whole chunk of stuff here missing on both sides, and I can't remember what all of it is. Something missing out of there, probably cores. You can see we've got the warp drive in there. So unfortunately she's not spawning correctly here in vanilla, but she carries a ton of cargo. She is a tier 20 unlock. She's a size 1, and she is initially tier 4 CPU. She's got the core in there. She's got the tier 2. No, sorry, that's the core in there. That's the the wireless controller. She's got the tier 2 up there. Tier 3, one of them there, one of them there, and then she's got 2 tier 4s up there, and 2 tier 4s up there. There's all that's the other thing that's missing in the center. She's got 3 each of the shield boosters. The one for boosting the shield strength, 3 of them, and then 3 of them for boosting the shield recharge rate. So in total, she gets 750 extra shield HP from those boosters, and she also gets a plus 25 recharge rate because of the combinations and the way that those boosters work. She is exceptionally agile, and I am in my current Reforged Eden run that I'm doing via my Twitch channel on live streams. I'm busy saving up the materials to be able to build her in the factory and spawn her in. She's chonky. She's pretty in her own right. You know, she does look a bit like a crouched rat. And she's got that ratty face, which was not intentional. It was pure accident that she ended up with the ratty face, with the smile underneath, and the eyes in the cockpit, and the little ears on that shaping behind the cockpit. That was all accidental. None of that was planned. It's just the way that it happened. And then, of course, she got her 4 little ratty legs for running around. I could take the nose undercarriage out, but that'll give me problems with these thrusters, because I'll need to find another way to shield them. Yeah, you can see these extra thrusters have been removed as well, because she's got too many for here in vanilla. So she is fully fitted in Reforged. It's just she won't spawn with everything here in vanilla, so it's just the way it goes. So 2 Reforged ships, the scooter and the pack rat, which are not in the workshop. Let me know if you want them in the workshop. Let me know how urgently you want them. Let me know how much you want them in the comments down below. Same with the gun bunny. That's the vanilla version. I have got a Reforged Eden version, which has seriously increased the thrusters. I believe the Reforged Eden uses base core, the small CPU extender, and 2 of the medium CPU extenders. Just thinking, bear with me, my brain is struggling. No, she's also got 2 of the advanced extenders as well. That has 4 of the advanced extenders. This has 2 of them. So 3 ships there, 1 for vanilla, and then all 3 of those for Reforged Eden. Broadsword has had a paint job. She's got a lot of her external work done, and I've just still got some texture greebling to do, a little bit of patterning here and there. Let me know if you prefer the plainer look that she's got there, the cleaner lines, or if you want me to mess her up and make her more complex and tatty looking, shall we say. And I'll try and get the accommodation deck finished for next week. Then I can show you some progress on that side of it. Down inside the hangars there has been 0 change, and I'm just zooming down into the hangar to show you that as we sign out. This is all as it has been for quite some time, and these are big old hangars. I could get all 3 of those ships up there in here and still have space for another 3 or 4 ships in each hangar. And she's got 2, remember, 1 on each side of the ship. So, from me, the Gazbeard, at Project Broadsword Shipyard. That's it for this week. Bit of a mix-up with the extra ships in there, because so little to actually show on Broadsword, even though a lot of work was done. Hope you've enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below. Give the video a like. Subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to leave comments. YouTube loves comments. So does the YouTube algorithm. And the videos will, and the channel will only get promoted in search if you leave comments. If you don't leave comments, YouTube just says, meh, nobody's interested, don't promote it. That's the way it works. So, until next time, see you on Wednesday for the guided playthrough, the next episode of that. And I'll see you again next Saturday for another visit to the Project Broadsword Shipyard. This is Gazbeard signing out. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.